Hello YouTubers, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to make a video on trying to find some canned dog food. I made a video a little while ago, a long time ago now. It took a lot of heat because, I just kind of went to some various locations where I thought there would be dog food. So what I've done since then is I've been writing down locations where I've seen dog food. And so I'm going to try and show you those locations. So we probably won't see dog food in every location. We'll probably find some dog food today, but I've kind of written them down. I tried to server hop today at a location which is right by my camp. I have a camp just behind Pricket'ts Fort, and I know there's dog food there, and I server hopped about 5 times and it didn't show up. So I thought I'd go around and just server hop until I found it so I could prove each location, but I think it'll just take way too long. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each location and I'm going to talk about where I think the dog food is, or should be from what I remember, and I'll do my best to try and recollect where that is. And so hopefully you'll find some dog food today, so I'll be able to prove some of them, and then other locations I'll just have to show you where I thought or believe I saw it. So it's going to be a long video. If you don't want to see a long video, then just scroll or move on to the next video. But thanks for watching, and yeah, let me know comments if there's a better section. I just want to obviously point out to the newcomers that haven't played the game is that these are RNG, purely RNG. You can server hop and you're not going to find it, so please don't complain about that. Just know how the mechanics of the game work, and once you pick up dog food, you can't just server hop at that same location. You're gonna have to pick up 255 items before that item will show up again in the next location. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So I have a camp here just behind Pricket'ts Fort. You can actually see Pricket'ts Fort's just right down there. I'll just kind of try and remember to show you on the map where I'm at. But there it is. You can actually climb up here. You just climb up the mountain. You kind of go around the top there, and then back here. The one thing you're going to notice, and you'll know when you found this location, is there's a little pond here. There's a water purifier, and then you found location. Plus, there's a camp here, right? So that's how you know you found this location. So we'll try and move as quick as we can through this video. Like I said, it's going to be a long video, but let's get started. So the first location is dog food will be right next to this can, yeah, literally on the ground there. That's kind of where it's going to be sitting. It's not there today, but yeah, there's like a little camp there. There's like some maps and plans and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so that's our first location. The second location we're going to head to is Morgantown. So let's head over to Morgantown, and most of you should be familiar with this location. So I think we can let's go to the fraternity house. So the location we're looking for is the tents at the back. It has some caps in it. It has a bunch of ghouls. And so on the bookshelf is, or should be, some dog food. And again, like I said, we're not necessarily going to find these today. I'll show you where I think I saw them, and then we'll take a look. And of course, if you're in a public world like I am, I actually don't have Fallout First anymore. Those items are going to be taken. So depending on what players are looking for, if there is a challenge for dog canned food, it's going to be less likely to be in these locations. But I'm going to run through approximately 20 locations, and I'll try to list these in the description, so what my notes that I've taken, and then you can just not need to necessarily look at the entire video. So we're at the fraternity house. We're just going to head down here. This is kind of the main strip through Morgantown. There's going to be a bunch of ghouls behind me. They'll probably be chasing me in a sec. And there's going to be a bunch of ghouls in front of me here. So let's deal with the ghouls first, so they don't disturb any of the dog food. Okay, so let's just deal with these guys quickly. And look on these guys, because a lot of the scorch, I think it's more scorch. I see a lot of canned dog food on scorch. Scorch, I'm not sure ghouls as much. Okay. Oh, there's Graham. Okay, so in this location, Here you go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I've never seen this before, but there you go. 5 cans of dog food. Like I said, I've never seen that before. I've seen 1, maybe 2 cans in each location. Normally just 1 can in each location. But there you go. That is, in my mind, unprecedented. So let's take a closer shot of that. But as you can see, canned dog food in this location. And so let me show you the location on the map. Just kind of below the Morgantown icon, got a bunch of tents, this can, and so that is going to be our second location. I'm quite impressed by that. You could check, the other location is check this table, or there you go, there's no one. It's six cans of dog food in one location. Again, unprecedented. But yeah, look around at the location, you'll be surprised. You will actually see more than at a single location, you might find more than 1 can of dog food, just kind of spread around different locations. Okay, so that is our second location, right on this table, or third location, not really a location, but instance where there's dog food. Okay, so the next place we're going to go to, and I'm going to jump around just because I've written them down in notes. I'm not going to necessarily do this in efficiency in terms of order. So the next one I'm going to head to is the Blackwater Mine. And I might, depending on my order on my notepad here that I'm looking at, I might need to go back to the same location twice. I think I've kind of written them together, but probably unlikely, but I just want to point that out quick. I'm still blown away by the 5 cans of dog food. And you get vendors, players selling them all the time. I sell them in my vendor all the time. So yeah, keep an eye on players. I just normally keep a stash. I normally have like 100 cans of dog food. So normally I wouldn't have to do this. Okay, so we are at the Blackwater Mine. I'll just kind of show you on the map again, which is over here. And on the shelves at the back here, let's see if we can find. I think it's somewhere on one of these shelves. There you go, right over there. There's our third location. Couple bags of concrete there. There is some dog food. Okay. And again, I'm sure if you walk through the mine here and look through all these different places, you'll probably find maybe 1 or 2 more at this location, possibly inside the mine. But I haven't written it down, so I'm not going to go in there. Okay, hold on. So, actually, there's one in the mine. So let's actually make our way in there quick. And those that have done the event Uranium Fever, let's see if we can find. Let me see if I can remember. Where I saw it. Okay, so we're just gonna run past here. And I'm gonna try not to get too distracted because otherwise the video will be too long. I could go looking around and different shelves. There's a bunch of different tables at the entrance here to the left and my right, different rooms. So again, just look around there. You'll probably find some. And so there's a metal shelf that kind of looks over the vent area. And so I'm going to try head straight for that. Let's see. Okay, there's going to be some enemies here. They're probably chasing me in a sec, so we'll probably have to deal with them. Let's see if we can outrun them. Okay, so this is the main area for the uranium with the workbench. And I'm looking for a metal shelf that overlooks this area. This main area. Okay, so I think it's at the back here. Oh, this one here. I think it's one of these guys. It's probably right over here is my guess. I'm going to just take a look on the other side. I'm trying to see where more there is. I thought it might have been, yeah. So it's either going to be that shelf. I'm pretty sure it's that shelf behind me. But I saw it. It's on the top. It says it's on the top shelf, overlooking the harvesters. And so my guess is it's going to be either at the top there. I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to be. But anyway, check these metal shelves. These 3 metal shelves, you might get lucky. I don't see a metal shelf at the top here. I see one at the back here. So again, just look at all the metal shelves. There's a couple of metal shelves at the back here as well. But I specifically said I was overlooking this area. So it's probably one of those. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at that. There you go. Right there. So that's the metal shelf. So it's kind of looking over the area. But as you can see, there it is. Okay, so I think that's probably our 4th location, I'm going to say, or our 5th location, same location, Blackwater Mine, but 5th location, this one is inside the mine. Okay, next we are going to go to Sons and Danes, and I think there's 2 locations at Sons and Danes. I'm a little south. Oh, there it is. Okay, Sons and Danes compound. So I've got Top Camper at Sons of Danes, and I've also got one in the basement at Sons of Danes. Okay, I'm just going to mark this here just so we don't. I know which ones we visited. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Sons of Danes. Okay, so let's head down to the basement first. This is a pretty, I've seen it here very often, quite often. So if we head into this little house here, for those that are familiar, and again, it's all pointed out on the map. I get a lot of flack from people on YouTube that I forget to point out locations on the map, so I try to remember to do that when I can. Okay, so inside this room here on the shelf, it's kind of sitting right on the shelf there. I've seen it there quite frequently. Okay, we'll just change our weapons. Yeah, just right on the top shelf. Look for some dog food. There's a Stealth Boy that's pretty common there as well for those that like to use Stealth Boys. And there's also a magazine that's frequently on that table there. Okay, so the next location, the next spot, but at the same location, and I can't say I've already seen it more than once here. We're going to have to deal with these guys. There's a whole bunch of ghouls here. So I might just wait here, see which ones I can deal with. There's also one inside this trailer here. Let's deal with these guys quick. Just want to see if there's any canned food on these guys. I'm pretty sure it's just scorch. Okay, so just turn around some. There's kind of the main Sons of Dane warehouse. There's a bunch of cabins. There could be dog food in these other ones. The one I've noted is this cabin at the top. I believe it's either going to be on this dresser here. That's where I think I've seen it, right in the middle there. Or it's going to be on this table here, less likely. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Just trying to see if there's anything else. But I haven't, to be honest, I haven't seen it yet that often. I've probably spotted it once, to be honest. But yeah, check the other trailers here. There might be some over there. Okay, so that's kind of two potential locations at the spot. Okay, so let's head over back, all the way back to Hemlock Holes. Not really all the way back, but we're going to head to Hemlock Holes next. And there's also two potential locations here. One inside Hemlock Holes and one outside on the picnic table. Let's see if we can find one or both at these locations. Okay, so let's look at the one outside. Again, I think I've seen it here quite often. I believe it's right on this table, one of these two tables, probably this one on the left. That's where I've seen it, and of course there is a teapot there when you're doing the teapot event. So yeah, just keep an eye on these tables. And then there's one, again, I've seen it quite frequently inside if we're heading to these main doors. And it should be right over here next to this sugar can on this counter. That's kind of where I've seen it. Again, just look around this area just to see there's some shelves at the back, but I can't say I've seen it anywhere else at this location. But again, just search each area and yeah, right over there. Okay, so that is Hemlock Holes. Okay, so let's head to, see where we're at. Let's head to, well, I might as well stick to my order here, even though it's kind of inconsistent, just so I don't get lost on my notepad here. And so I'm looking for Camp McClintock. So this is going to be at one of those back cabins where most of you, if not all of you, should be familiar with, because you would have done one of the earlier quests at Camp McClintock. And there's a shelf in the middle cabin that should have some canned dog food. Okay, we'll take a quick check through just the table on the left here, just to see. Sometimes there's normally an ammo bag there. There's a bunch of springboards for those looking for springs. Again, there's a bunch of these cabinets. Look in these cabinets. But anyway, where we're headed are at the back here where the quests typically run. And I've got it noted here. One of these guys on the metal shelf, probably at the bottom of this one where that bubble gum is. Again, remember these are random spawns, so it's probably going to be that one. Let's take a look at, yeah, there's no metal shelf in there, so yeah, it's this guy, yeah. I've got you noted as a middle cabin. There's another cabin, another sort of shelter over there. That's kind of where I saw it. Okay, so that's our location 9 by the looks of it. Okay, so next place we can go to is the Lighthouse, which shouldn't be too far out of our way. And again, there should be 2 possible locations. One's in the house at when we just arrive, and then there's one actually at the bottom of the lighthouse next to the next to the souvenir lighthouses. And I've seen it there quite often as well, to be honest. Okay, so, oh, I'm seeing somebody, yeah, on my team. He's either following me or I'm following him. Okay. Okay, so this one says it's in the kitchen. Let's just deal with these ghouls here quick. There's normally 3 ghouls. Hello. Okay, so if we run here, it says on the kitchen next to the fan. So right next to the fan, that's where I believe I saw it. Okay, so keep a lookout for that. I just want to run over here, just in case there is one here before this person grabs it. And normally right next to between this yellow box and this walking stick, right over there, that's kind of where I've seen it. And I have seen it there quite often. Okay, so that's our location. Okay, so next one we're going to go to, this next location is going to be a little tricky, and I'll explain why. It's behind a locked door, and you need to go find the keys. And so the location is at the Freddy House of Scares at the top, but you have to actually go find the lock keys, which I believe is right over there. And so I'm not going to get into that today. You can Google that, but there's a safe that's underwater right over there. So I'm just going to try and show you where it is, and then I'll let you figure out how to get in there. And again, I'm just covering locations. I've seen them. There's a ton I've seen them at. I just haven't jotted it down on a notepad, and I just got to the point where I've got a full page of locations to try and make this video for you guys. And so you're gonna see dog food. And like I said, just keep like 10 or 20 in your stash, and then you won't have to go hunt when there's a challenge. Okay, so the next location, we're going to just head to the back of this little house here, and you can avoid all the ghouls out on the other side. You can come up here to the top, and like I said, there's a locked door here. We're going to have to go open that, and on the shelf here, and I believe it's probably would have been sitting on this shelf over here, but it could have potentially been sitting. So let me just see what I've written here. Top shelf, behind locked door, on metal shelf. So I've just got your metal shelf. So, yeah. So it's going to be one of those 3, and more likely it's going to be here somewhere. Anyway, that's our next location. Again, just want to show you how Freddy House of Scares. That's where we're at the moment. There's a safe here. There's some paper money on the floor there. Kind of useful to note. Okay, so our next location is going to be Hunter's Ridge, which is all the way over here. Yeah, I'm going to cross all the way back again. That's okay. It says in the fridge. Oh, it actually also says in the fridge at the Lighthouse. Could be a 3rd location at the Lighthouse. Maybe we'll leave that one to last. We'll come back to that one. Okay, so I'm at Hunter's Ridge. This is a Blood Eagle den. And so we're going to head straight up this little treehouse in front of us. And there is a shelf. There's an enemy, a bunch of enemies here we'll have to deal with. One typically right over here. But there's a shelf right to my right. And that's kind of where it is. Let's deal with. Okay. So there's normally an enemy right here. But yeah, on the shelf at Hunter's Ridge, you can find sometimes you'll find a can Sorry, I'm just trying to find out where I'm at. Hunted Ridge on the left side of the map. Okay, I'm just going to deal with these guys, otherwise I'm not going to be able to fast travel. I guess I could go and try and jump down the mountain, yeah. Might be quicker than dealing with the 10 enemies that are over there. Let's just jump back to Lighthouse quick, since we're there. Oh, and we got our friend there. And just take a quick peek in that fridge, just so I can cross it off the list. Okay, that's approximately 15 locations. I'm not sure I hit at least 15 different instances of potential dog canned food. This guy must think I'm crazy, coming back again. Girl or guy, I don't know. Girl character at least. Okay, so they say in the fridge. In the fridge, I've seen it. So, not there at the moment. Oh, there's a magazine right over there. Okay, so our next location, let's see. Havens Church, The Bounty, Camden Park. Yeah, let's head down. Since we're on this side of the map, not that it really makes too much of a difference. And then all the other ones are pretty much on the other side of the map. So I've got about 5 more locations to hit, and then we'll call this a video. And like I said, if you're still listening, thank you for still listening and staying with the video. I will try and list these locations in the description. Okay, so for those that are familiar with Camden Park, there's quite a few enemies here, lots of scorch here. So again, check all these scorch. I'm sure, in fact, why don't we go and take out all these scorch and then check for some canned dog food here. None on you. Just want to check. There's just some stuff up here. No canned dog food. No canned dog food. Yeah, I don't see any on these guys. So let's leave those guys. We'll run into some more scorch. So yeah, I don't know how often, but quite frequently they are scorched, and so I guess they feed off of canned dog food is, I guess, the idea. And so to this building to my right here, we're going to head in there in a sec. Machete. Okay, so again, there should be a bunch of quests there. A lot of you should be familiar with this. And so I think, let me just see what I've written down here. Camden Park in Bobblehead with Safe House. On shelf. I've just got it written down on shelf. So I'm going to guess it's probably these shelves in front of me. Could potentially be up here on the shelf. This is where you find the bobblehead. But my guess is it's going to be on this shelf here. So again, just show you my location, Camden Park, and I'm kind of at the back of Camden Park. Kind of looking out to the water, right next to the water there. Okay, so, oh, there's something shooting me. Oh, another scorch. Okay, there's a bunch of enemies there, a lot of bugs and stuff down there. I've got a camp here. I used to have a camp here. I used to frequent this area, literally live at this area quite often, but not anymore. Okay, so let's head all our way back over to the Bounty, not the Bounty, Havens Church. And so for some of you, you might not have this unlocked, but just so you know, it's right here by the Southern Bell Motel, and just above is Havens Church. And there's a room, a closet in the room. One of the rooms is a closet, or looks like a closet, and in there is a metal shelf. Okay, this is Havens Church. Okay, there's a bunch of ghouls here. There's probably going to be 3 or 4 ghouls, which we'll need to deal with first. Should be one normally, oh there is, so there's normally one right over here. So one of these rooms to my left, I think it's the one further down. Yeah, this is the office. This guy on my left here. There you go. And this location, you got some, today we have some sugar bombs and some canned dog food right over there. Okay, show you my location on the map right over here. And again, like I say, I think it's a hidden location. You just have to go to it. Just kind of north of Southern Bell Motel, or it's kind of, I guess, south of the Dryer Chemical, in between. It may be unlocked by default. I don't know. But I think it was just one of those locations that might not be on your map necessarily. Okay, so the next place we're going to go to, I think, is, oh, Dolly Seeds in the gift shop. Okay, why don't we head there? We're kind of in between where we need to go to. We're going to head down to Big B's. Then we're going to head down to, where is it? The Bounty. So 3 more locations, and then let's do Dolly Seeds first. There's a gift shop. Again, most of you should be familiar with that because there's a bunch of quests that happen at that location. Okay, so 3 more stops. Dolly Seeds, the Bounty, and Big B's. And again, if you're desperate and you're looking for canned dog food, just go and kill a bunch of Scorch. You might get lucky and find a bunch of canned dog food. Okay, so at this location, you're going to run into a jaguar. So if you're not ready to deal with it, you can just run past it. It shouldn't come inside. And we're going to head into the gift shop, which is right over here. So let's see if we can. There's a teapot there as well. Oh, there we go. I think I see it behind the skull. There we go, right over there. Okay, bunch of teddies here. There's 4 teddies at this location for those other challenges. So right over there, oh, two cans of dog food on this, potentially 2 cans. Like if you come here, you might only see 1 can, of course, or one or the other, or none. But there is 2 right over there on the shelf. Okay, so our next location is Big B's. So again, I'll just try to show you on the map where we're at. Dolly seeds in the mire, and so we're going to head down to Big B's. And there's a red rocket stop here. Okay, there's going to be a bunch of flamers here. Used to be Scorch, if I remember. Oh, there's one Scorch there. Okay, that's two. There should be three. Oh, there's our third one. And our friendly Scorch here, which I don't think ever would have canned dog food, but let's take a quick look. Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely changed the enemies at this location. Okay, so we want to go into this red rocket stop here on the right. On top of this roof, there's actually, if you go through this building on top of this roof, there's actually should be a stash box here, and there's a bunch of stuff upstairs, if I remember. There's a cup stash right over there, and if you go, right, you kind of have to go around the back here. There's some stairs that head up to the roof. And I think there's a bobblehead up here as well. Oh, there it is. Might be some other stuff. Depends on your day. Anyway, we're heading into the red rocket, and I believe it would be right on the shelf. It says on metal shelf. So let's just see. Oh, there we go. There is our guy right over there. Okay. Okay, so one final location, which is the Bounty. This is a pretty cool location for those. Again, I think it's an unmarked location, so you might need to find a point of interest nearby and head into that direction if you don't have it on your map, on your... So there's a shelter, the first shelter on the right. There's a bunch of little rooms, I guess. One shelter probably. Whole whack of blood eagles, so we should probably deal with those first. Okay, so we normally go through this door just to our front here, but let's go deal with these guys first. I think there should be two, yeah, there's two up here. Yeah, they start, once you start shooting them, there's a bunch of turrets. It's going to just start throwing stuff everywhere. There's a guy that shoots missile. Okay, so unfortunately they tend to mess up the place quite badly. So let's just go, oh, there's still one somewhere. Where are you? Okay. I just wanted to come through the door here so you know where I'm going. Okay, so this is the door here that when we landed. Okay, this is where we spawned in, and so we come in here, and just to the right is where I'm talking about, and I believe it's going to be right over there on the shelf, either on the top shelf or in the middle shelf is where you may potentially find some canned dog food. But anyway, look around. There's a bunch of different rooms here. Some more shelves, yeah. So they have potential to spawn at some of these other little areas. Some maps. And yeah, if you kind of walk around, there's kind of a few little nooks and crannies up here. It's like a little sleeping room up here. Yeah, that's our last location. So thank you for watching. If you're still around, thanks for watching. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, hit the like button. And yeah, if you find some other location, put in the comment section to help other people out where you found them. So yeah, we covered quite a lot of locations. But yeah, if you really look around, you can probably find them if you're really stuck and need to do the challenge. And hopefully this video will help you out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.